Morning. Line and wash. £90 rough paper. I'm going to use this very old battered Chinese bristle brush to see how we go. This is going to be a sort of a river mole, or Wandle, any river really, with black acrylic paint, a bit of water. So I've just done an indication of where things are going to go. So let's just. I'm not used to this sort of paper for doing this. I've never used it before for a line and wash. Just get some nice tree shapes. We could make these winter trees. Someone asked me about the canopy that I refer to. The canopy is the shape of the twigs and branches that hold all the leaves, but in winter, of course, most of the leaves have gone, apart from a few stragglers. Let's just put in a little bit down the end here. I've just mislaid my little rigger that I use for line and wash. It'll turn up, but I haven't got it now. So let's get a bit of a tree going up here. What we try to avoid is symmetry. You don't want to repeat on one side what you've got on the other. Also, very easy to do is to fit the clouds in between the masses, and it always looks contrived, as if, oh, there's a space, let's fill it. The clouds should come from behind the masses. Just a sort of just a point. So it's very interesting using a rough paper for this. I've been using Fabriano, and it's just a little bit too slick, too smooth. So just the bushes and stuff here. I'll get that one coming down there, and few bit of bank reeds and grasses. Bits of grass. Now I've got some paint on the brush. Okay, that'll do for that. Let's put that brush aside and go into the rigger and So you have to use quite a bit of wet with this because it won't get into the roughness of the paper. Oops. I don't try to make a portrait of anything in these things. It's an impression we want. Oops. And when I get to putting the paint on, you have to make sure it's bone dry. Otherwise the wet ink will, or it's not ink, is it? There's a lot of willows and things on the banks, but I'll do a mixture, so it's more like an oak tree. Put a bit of background on that. And I'm dipping my brush in the watercolour pot, and I've got a little collapsible one I'm using at the moment for this, trying to keep them separately, because acrylic, being acrylic, is waterproof when it's dry. Just catching the high spots on the paper. Don't know why I did that. Careless. Alright, we'll turn into a little bit of a tree on the bank there. When the ink goes on, it's all it tones down quite a bit. Hope my head's not getting in the way. The video has been turning off quite often halfway through, and I've had to knit them together, which is a bit of a nuisance. But I've just changed the SIM card, so maybe that will solve that problem. Totally different than the Fabriano. I'm needing to really wet. I'll do more of them with the paint, I think, when we get round to it. I do. Make sure your brushes are very clean if you do this. If the acrylic dries on them, say goodbye. Right, I'm going to give that a dry now. clean that brush. With that bit of water, don't want that anymore. Swig of tea. Right, so mute your sound while I dry this off. Okay, I hope you wound forward through that. Okay, paint. So here we are, the usual suspects. I'm going to use my new 30mm hake. And I'm going to give that a bit of a wet. Okay, let that soak in for a few seconds. Right, let's clip the paper. That's not wet there in that corner. That's just... Okay, let's put a bit of warming sienna, raw sienna that is. A bit of red in there as well. Can have a bit of a sunset on there. This paper, it's being a £90 rough, it does take a lot of punishment. It's very good. Right, let's have a bit of cloud on there, blue and red. A bit darker. Okay, let's see where we can go now. I'll put in a bit of green, there's a bit of yellow in with that colour there. Let's just put a shadow in there. And then a bit of warm, bit of raw burnt sienna and yellow. That's a lovely mix, lovely warm. Okay, I don't want any great painting in this. Just just an impression. Got that shadowy colour back in it. And this bank here. Right, I'm going to put a bit of a background to that, so a bit blue. The River Mole is runs by Dorking in the Surrey Hills where my daughter lives. But there just aren't any car parks that I know where I can drive to and take some photographs of it. So I'm sort of largely making this up. We'll just develop that bank a little bit there. I'm not very happy with that. Okay, get some shadowy darks behind these reeds. A bit of shadow in there. Okay, I'm going to give that another dry now. I want to dry brush these trees now, so mute your sound or fast forward. Okay, now you can see how flat this paper is, but just by reclipping you don't need to re-stretch or to stretch your paper first. You can do, of course. Right, using this brush, we're putting the leaves, or the canopy anyway. Bluey, bit of burnt umber and a bit of blue. I'll put a little bit of warm in there. Okay, let's get this done here now. Burnt umber, bit of blue. Bit of warmer colour in there. It's quite hard getting some water off that brush. Okay, let's have a green now. Bit of Payne's grey and a bit of that. Not sure that's going to work. I like putting this sort of ivy on the trunks. Okay. Just a bit of palette grey here, just to put some texture on. I don't want that to look like water. Okay, I'll just give that a quick dry, finish my tea and do a bit of calligraphy in the background and a little bit of work on the reflections. Well, I'll do the reflections first. No, I won't, I'll dry. Right, reflections first, I think. Use the same colours as I've used above and below. Dry brush. Seem to have lost it there, lost the bank a bit. Right, okay, well there we are. Right, okay, well, this is a simple river. Could put a figure there, I suppose, just looking out over the, or fisherman. Okay, that'll do. I'll put a signature on it. I'll put it in a mount and we'll have a look at it. Let's have a look at that. Okay, the solidity of the tiny birds just gives an impression of, well, it connects the sky with the land. Well, hopefully it connects the sky with the land. Put that one on, or the blue one, light blue one, the light blue grey. Oh, there we are. A simple river picture, a simple line and wash river picture. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. The river mole, these are the Surrey Hills, Box Hill, just an impression of. See you soon, folks. Bye bye.